later on. No, like this. Okay. And press later on. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the second year of our yearly English debate between high school students. And this year's theme is Shrinking the World into the Global Village through English. And this is the first the elimination round between grade 10A and 10B, with the proposition resolved that government should censor materials on the World Wide Web. And the mechanics of our debate this morning. Each speakers will be given 5 minutes for the privileged speech, 5 minutes for the interpellation, and 5 minutes for each team captain for the final word, a total of 10 minutes for each speaker. A bell, you will hear the bell at the end of each period. Exceeding of 15 seconds means -1 in your point. No derogatory words or foul words to be used during the cross-examination. Debaters are asked to stay and focus on the debate proposition. Let's start the ball rolling. So what's 5 seconds? This is -1 every 5 seconds. Are we all set now? Let's have the affirmative side this morning. With the first speaker, Mr. Ahmed Baga. You call me.
Sir, the time.
Timer. Set it in 5 minutes. Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Good morning, adjudicators, fellow debaters, audience. My name is Ahmed Bahgat, an affirmative debater to the proposition governments should censor materials on the World Wide Web. In fact, our topic today hasn't ever been an easy topic with fixed or certain answers. However, it has many opinions and point of views, with special cases and exceptions. But before analyzing the mystery of confusion behind the variety of point of views, let us know first what is censorship. Censorship refers to any action taken by society to control access to ideas and information. Throughout history, censorship has been applied by different societies, including democracies. This issue is increasingly important due to the rapid development of the communication technology. As innovators continue to create new ways for people to share information, many people are now arguing on the issue of censorship. As I've said earlier in the speech, point of views may vary about censorship, and now we will be exposed to the most important point of views. As opponents of censorship, people consider censorship a dictatorial way of individuals' liberty suppression. In addition, they think it's a human right for an individual to view whatever he or she would like to view on the internet. In fact, I sometimes consider the word dictatorial and the word human rights are somehow unexaggerated expressions for what they feel. Of course, we cannot compare this human right to other human rights. On the other hand, proponents think that censorship is a kind of protection, a kind of moral preservation, a kind of retaining political powers and protecting one's country. Now we will be exposed to some survey results that show how points of views about censorship are highly divided. Due to debate organization, which you can find on www.debate.org on the World Wide Web, many surveys have been held for the sake of finding a fixed answer for the issue of censorship. Unexpectedly, the survey results were approximately divided into two halves. The first survey, held by the website under the name of Should Internet Ever Be Censored, has got a result of 67%. Yes?
I'm sorry.
And the 33% no. The second survey with the proposition is censorship good has got a result of 38% yes and 62% no. Finally, the third debate held by the website under the name of Should Governments Filter Websites was equally divided between yes and no with a percentage of 50% each. As you can see, the results are sharply divided between the two opinions, and that's one good reason for us to debate this morning about this topic. But before debating about this topic today, we have to know the point of view behind everything is done by the government. Why do the government censor websites in the first place? Nothing is done for no reason. For the governments to censor websites, they must have a valid reason to give the people to convince them about their idea of censorship. In this area, reasons may vary due to culture and tradition and many other reasons. Every government has its own reasonable reason. By the way, when it comes to the word censorship, most of the people think about pornography. Yeah, pornography is the reason behind censorship, but it is not everything. There are still many other reasons behind censorship. For an instance, let us take a powerful country like China into consideration. Due to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia which you can find on www.wikipedia.com on the World Wide Web, the main reason behind censorship in China hasn't ever been pornography. Instead, it's maintaining peace and constancy of the country. Moreover, they also censor the websites to retain and keep the power of the government. Let us take the words of David Cameron as a clarification to what I'm saying. The English Prime Minister has said that human rights have no value when it comes to peace and constancy of one's country, if we are going to consider this as a human right. Additionally, let us consider an example from our real lives. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is considered to be one of the most censored countries in the world, at least in the Middle East. If we search for the reason behind censorship in Saudi Arabia, we would find that the reason is religious. As the creed of our religion, the Islamic religion, prohibits the view of pornography, so these websites are highly censored. And actually, this is for our own good. Now let us deal with few points of opponents and what contradictions do we provide for that. Did you ask the famous question asking website, which you can find on www.ask.com on the World Wide Web? An opponent to censorship says that censorship violates freedom of speech. Well, that's extremely irrelevant, gentlemen. When it comes to TV or radio censorship, we could consider the violation of speech. But since we're dealing with internet censorship, so it has nothing to do with violating the freedom of speech. People also contradict, so why do you allow publishers to publish their websites if you're not allowing people to view that? Well, that's called to Newcastle, gentlemen. It has no use of allowing someone to publish his website and then limiting the freedom of people to view his content. By now, I have defined what is censorship. Why do we need to debate about censorship supported with some survey results? And I have given an opponent point of view and what contradictions do we provide for that. That's all what I have, and thank you so much.
Yes, we have the first speaker from the negative side. For the cross-examination, we're given 5 minutes again.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Good morning.
That was a nice speech you did.
Thank you so much.
I have some. So first of all, you said you have checked this website, www.debate.org, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So it's about debate, as you know, all of us. So this website, they implied the same topic. They asked the same topic. Should government censor material on the World Wide Web, right? So do you trust this website?
Of course, yes.
Of course, yes. So here I have, this is the debate.org. They have said the same topic. So it was 9% only the affirmative side and 91% negative side.
Yeah, I know that.
Excuse me, sir, I will
have
show
that.
the judges the proof, the evidence. That's the debate.org, and that's the topic, and that's the negative side, 91%, and that's for the affirmative side. They are all in the negative side that the government should not censor the materials on the World Wide Web because it's like infringement of the freedom or human rights. Okay? What's your proof about that?
Yes, maybe you're right, but actually I haven't said the topic you're talking about.
Yes, you
You
did.
check. No, I have.
I haven't asked for explanation, sorry.
No. What is he asking for?
I have the right to ask for explanation or not.
I ask you.
Okay. Other question. Why are the people are arguing in the censorship?
I have mentioned in my speech that the point of views about censorship may vary, and they actually vary due to many websites and due to many point of views of opponents. People say that censorship is a way of violating speech. Others say no, it's a way of protection.
Okay, thank you. Other thing, don't you think that it's like they are disgracing people's mind? Don't you think that people are responsible enough to know what to watch and what not to watch? Yes or no?
Of course, yes. Everyone
thank
is
you.
responsible for.
I haven't asked for explanation. Can you please not explain until I ask you? Thank you.
Thank you.
You took China as an example, right?
Yeah.
About pornography, but you forgot about other thing that is blocked. Why is that? Why do China block? Like they even blocked Google. They even blocked Facebook. Is Facebook harmful?
Maybe.
Yes, we might say pornography is harmful. It might affect the children, right? But they block Facebook. They have. It's the most country that blocks sites on the world. Don't? Yes or no?
First of all, China is not the most censored country in the world.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
first contradiction. No, it is not. I bet.
Prove it.
You can open websites now.
No, I want the proof from you, not from you.
You can open on due to Wikipedia. China is not the first.
I don't have a proof for that. So if you have a proof, show it to me. I'm not going to use my stuff to prove it.
I
for myself.
have a proof. Due to Wikipedia, China is not the most censored country in the world. It's not even included in the top 20
Where is
countries
that?
of the world.
Where is
Due to
that?
Wikipedia.
I want to see.
I don't have anything to show you.
Okay, you don't
It's
have.
due to-
Sorry,
Why
let me
did
talk.
you
It's my right.
accept my contradictions due to debate.org and you did not accept my contradiction due
You
to
don't have the
Wikipedia?
right to ask questions. Sorry.
No, I'm just telling you
Sir,
that.
Mr. Roger is asking questions. He's not allowed to ask. Continue. Okay. Why is somehow pornography censored in SA and not in China? In China, not all of the pornographic sites.
What?
Pornography.
Yes, it's censored in what?
Somehow.
You said SA.
Yes, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Not all of pornographical sites are censored in China.
I said before earlier in the speech, the pornography is not the reason behind Chinese
It's not
censorship.
only, yes.
It's not the only reason. The main reason why China censored their websites is to control their citizens. For them
It's
to
not.
retain the political power and the power of the government.
No,
Actually,
it's
it's
not
not
that.
pornography.
No, I have a proof here that China are doing this because to protect their political agenda only, not their
Yes.
citizen.
That's what I said, to control their power of government.
Okay, if China is not like allowing other countries or other informations from other countries, the people won't be open-minded. Like their brain will just work on their countries.
So you're telling me that the Chinese culture is not advancing. So who is advancing? Who
Japan.
is advancing if they are not open-minded? If China is not
Sir,
open-minded,
Mr. Roger is asking questions. He's not allowed.
yeah, I'm just contradicting to what he's saying.
Thanks, okay. Thank you very much. Take your seat.
Good morning, judges, and good morning, audiences, and my affirmative side. What I'm going to talk about is that the government should not censor materials on the World Wide Web. First of all, why? Because government censorship is an oppression, and we all know that government oppression is dangerous in all of its forms. In any way, it's dangerous. The government becomes the oppressor when it controls what information the people can see. There is no reason to control citizens of one's own country. because people are capable of deciding themselves. For example, you are afraid of your children, right? Yes, you can use parents filtering. There are many programs that allow you to censor the materials you don't want your children to see. Like there are canine, for example. Other thing, if people are so afraid of certain things that are accessible, they should deal with it, as I have said. There are multiple options available out there for those who don't want their children to be able to access porn. Such programs include Canine and Censor.net. That's what I said. Like if you are afraid from that your children might see an abusive content or something, you can just use these programs to block that. Other thing, government has no rights at all. No one has the right to govern what to see and what not. In a simple environment that we live today, free speech is quintessential to the survival of democracy. If the government were to censor material on the World Wide Web, then it would be infringement of basic human rights. My last point is internet censorship sometimes goes too far, beyond the limits. How the government intervention is a slippery slope. Like they can block some materials, but they can go over the limit. Like they censor materials for no reason. And we should ask ourselves, does the government does that for our benefit or for their own benefit? For example, now they said the pornographical side. Let's speak about the pornographical side. Those people who want to watch the porn videos, right? They will find it blocked, but they will still find a way to open this site. How? By the VPN programs. And what does the VPN programs? It's for the benefit for the own government. It benefits the government, not the people only. So who knows? Maybe the government are blocking this site, so the VPN could, so you could use the VPN programs to unlock this, and then you will be able to open, and it benefits for the government. You are not sure. And if the government, if they can censor some material, why not others? Like for example, Saudi Arabia, they are blocking the pornographical sites, other traditional, religious, and political sites. Why is that? Why not America are blocking this? You might say because what is it called? Pornographical sites. Because of religious. Yes, okay, religious. Other traditions, political sites. Why are they blocking it? Like US are not blocking it. Japan are not blocking it. Saudi Arabia is trying to reach a level to become advanced in technology and many stuff, and to be like US and the whole other world, the first world. We are the third world here in the Arabic. The Arab world. We want to be like the first, to reach the first world, right? Why are we blocking? Why are we not using why are we blocking all these sites? Who gets to determine what is and what isn't blocked? The internet works on fair play. If you break the law and see something illegal, you can be punished. If you see something you are legally allowed to see, more power to you. The government does not need to get involved from the start. Thank you.
That's a nice speech, by the way. Appreciate that. You said at the beginning of your speech, children filtering could be used to prevent pornography, right?
Yes.
So you accept that children have no right to view pornography.
Of course, but you will never
Just,
know.
I need that. I need your acceptance to this point. So why don't you allow government to censor pornographical websites if you accept that children doesn't have the right to view pornography? You said children filtering could prevent that to a limit, but the rest must be supported by the government. Children could easily escape that, and I know I'm pretty sure that you know that children could escape that. So of course it's a need for the government to block pornographical websites, in addition to the help of parents and children filtering and whatever.
What's the question now?
I'm just telling you that you accept that children
No, you
do
should
not
ask
have
questions.
the right.
You should not tell me. You should ask questions.
I'm telling you
I
that.
don't want advices or tips.
I'm not
Questions.
advising you. I'm telling you. This is my question. Do you accept that children do not have the right to view pornography?
Excuse me?
Do you accept that children do not have the right to view pornography?
No.
No. So you could allow your kids or your brother or your sister to view pornography. That's okay with you?
I will guide them to the right way. But if they did the opposite,
And what about
they
if
should
they
be punished.
escape?
They should be punished.
So So you accept my point. You accept that they do not have that point. And the moment
I'm
they
not
view
accepting your point. I never accepted it.
the moment they escape your rule, you said they will be punished. So that's
course.
why it's mistaken. So that's why, that's all what I want to hear from you. Thank you. Being a third world country that you have mentioned also in your speech, do you say that we are third world countries because of censoring websites?
That's a reason.
A reason. So why is China so advanced? China, gentlemen, is ruling the world economically.
It's not.
Well, you said in questioning me that it is the most censored country in the
Yes,
world,
it is.
and it is ruling the world economically right now.
Because they are like, the people can work themselves.
I don't get your point actually,
I'm
but
not getting your question too. Okay. Continue.
you're telling me that China is not advanced. Do you accept? You said that censoring materials is a reason behind of us being a third world country. You said it's just the reason behind that. So why don't this play a role in the retardation of China, for example?
Because they have other stuff. They are developed in other stuff.
But when they are developing other stuff and have reason for retardation, this reason must play its role.
No, it's not
Thank you.
always. Okay?
What would you do if you know that your sister is viewing pornography, or your brother, or whatever, or your kid? What would you do?
I would just guide them to the right way.
So this is not the right way.
But when they reach their adulthood, I don't have the
I
right to
said
do.
kid.
Yes?
I said a kid. Not
You said brother, sister, or a kid.
or a kid, brother
Okay.
or sister or a kid. Of course,
Be
as
precise.
you said, you will guide them to the right way. So you accept that this is not the right way.
I haven't accepted that.
Thank you.
Don't
Should
feel
freedom of
uncomfortable.
speech, should you accept that freedom of speech be absolute or should it be limited?
What?
Freedom of speech. As he said that this violates the freedom of speech.
It
Censorship,
should be absolute.
shouldn't it be limited in any way?
Never.
Why?
What why? You have the
Why
right to
do-
say whatever you want because by censoring materials, the governments are infringing the basic human rights.
By what? But what?
Who can
Why,
control
why,
what you
would,
say?
why would government prevent you from publishing your point of view on websites when you could easily go to a magazine or a newspaper or even a TV talk show and present that? On internet, I bet that the freedom of speech shouldn't be limited. But it's called to Newcastle.
But
That's not needed.
yes, it's
Why would governments prevent you, or prevent me, or prevent these gentlemen from presenting their point of view when I could easily go to a newspaper and publish my point of view?
will they allow
Censoring
you?
websites,
Will they not allow you?
censoring websites has
Okay.
nothing to do with violating the freedom of speech.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Should we have the second speaker from the affirmative side?